Brother, you haven't made my sister co-host there.
Nice.
My
Nice. I
sister,
would think that
let
the
me-
boys were competing against the girl presenters at this rate. There we go. Good evening, everybody. Hey, Rebecca. How you, Reeves?
Rebecca, it's always good to see you.
Adding a spotlight for Rebecca.
Yeah.
How about, should I put on our Gift of Legacy song to get everyone warmed up?
I think that is an amazing idea.
All righty, let me share. If I can, oh, there we go.
Home is all we have, all we need on this journey. Love is what we give, we receive, so keep it burning. Gift your soul and let it be. Soon you'll find your gift of legacy. I'm ready to color my world, ready to give to you. I'm ready to color my world, ready to give to you. Faith will keep you strong where you belong. Just believe it. Dreams to help you grow, to reap and sow, you receive it. So give your soul and let it be. Soon you'll find your gift of legacy. I'm ready to color my world, ready to give to you. I'm ready to color my world, ready to give to you.
Magic.
And
Magic
that song,
music.
for those of you who don't know, for those of you who don't know, that song was written by Pierre, the incredible Pierre, who many of you have come to know now. And of course, singing with me is the person who invited me to Gift of Legacy, Jared Nurdin. And he's performing on the West End at the moment. And we got together and put that together in a day as Hercules, who's one of our core team, wanted to create a surprise for the other core team and for the community when we launched. And I know that it's touched many of you, and we hope to do some more in the future. But that's just kind of giving you an idea that this is a community. We love each other. We share with each other. We're not a business. Yes, there's billions of dollars being moved around the world. And certainly there are many testimonials about lots of gifts that people are receiving. But at our core, we are a community of people who are changing our lives and the lives of those around us. So hello, welcome.
And if you don't know, we have lots and lots of superstars in our community. And tonight, I get to present with one of those superstars. Now, if you don't know who Angela Killian is, where have you been living? Where have you been living? Angela is an actress, as you can see. She's a singer. You saw that amazing voice. And she's not just my friend, she's my sister. And I love to call her that, my sister from another mister. Now, I know you're probably going to go and, Google Angela's name, but she's acted on so many programs. I mean, I think Seven Delan, Isidingo. She traveled the world on, what was that, Angela? Was it Cats? And what was the other one? Was it Phantom of the Opera? She's done so much, but not just for people, she's done so much for communities, yes, but she loves animals. And in saying that, yes, she's a vegan as well, and she dedicates her life and her time to make people's lives better. And that's what I love about her. And that's why it's an honor and a privilege to call her my sister. And also it's an honor and privilege that I get to present with you tonight. I get to present with you every Tuesday. I know, Chris wants to present with you from time to time, but no, I get to present with you, and I'm super honored to get to present to you. So those of you who don't know my sister, this is Angela Killian, not my superstar, but our superstar.
Oh, Reegs, thank you. I even like me more now that I've heard that. I think this should be like meat-free Tuesday. Like it's like vegan presentation night tonight.
Exactly.
How funny is that? Well, for those of you who are here for the first time, please will you drop us a note in the chat and let us know that you're here for the first time, or if you are part of the community, do a shout out and say hello to whoever you've invited here tonight. My brother from another mother, Reagan, who has just done a great job of, just saying very, very nice things about me. He is one of the humans that I've met in this community that has stolen my heart and colored my world. He and his beautiful wife, Alyssa, along with so many of the other leaders and the community who we've been meeting and playing with for the last couple of months. And, he's a man of integrity. He's spent many years in his life as a soldier, including having been in Iraq on the front line. And he has authored a book. It's just a touch on some of the many things, but more than anything, he protects this community. He makes sure that we are in safe hands. There's so much stuff that he's doing in the background. I can't even begin to tell you what he's doing. And above all of that, even for myself and Cans and Chris, for Petra, and, just for those of us who are around him, who take on a lot of looking after this community, he's our guy. And so we love you so much, Reeks. But not only that, Reagan landed on the platinum boards this week. So he's also doing it. He's doing what we're all, trying to achieve, is to be on all four levels. So he's got some amazing insights to share with us tonight. We're going to take probably about 30 or 40 minutes to move through the presentation. And then we've got an amazing testimonial. So hang around for that. And Reeves.
Yeah, thank you so much for that, my sister. Thank you for your kind words. It's, you guys could be anywhere tonight. You chose to spend this, what was that, 40 minutes with us. And we value your time. We appreciate you. We appreciate your time. For those of you who are part of Gift of Legacy, we love you. And for those of you who are about to join Gift of Legacy, we love you too. And we hope that what we share with you tonight resonates with you. It's changed my life. It's changed Angela's life. It's changed Rebecca's life, and a lot of people that are on this call. So I pray that it changes your life, and if it doesn't, or if you don't want to get started, God bless you. God bless you. And we still love you.
Yes.
And as Angela mentioned, tonight we have an amazing guy that is going to jump on the call. So don't run away. He's going to share his journey with you and a few other things. So yeah.
Amazing. And Rebecca, thank you. It's daytime in the US. I think it's still quite early there. And Rebecca has hopped on to be here to share with us. We appreciate you so much. So are we ready to rock and roll?
Let's do this. Let's do this. Yeah.
Share while we're all here. All righty.
Yeah.
I'm driving again tonight.
Yeah. So we will, we will disable the chat so it doesn't distract us all. There we go.
Over to you, Reeks.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So as I said, welcome to our Tuesday night presentation with our superstar Angela and I. I like to say there's power in a name. And whenever I looked at gift of legacy, there's an excitement that rises up within me. Why is that? Is because, gifting is something that we have been doing throughout our lives. No matter how old you are, when you receive a gift, it lights a fire within you. And we just come from a festive season, which was Christmas, and I'm sure some of you have received gifts. And the word legacy, for me, it really stands out for me because we all want to leave a legacy for our kids, and we always tie that legacy to money. But yeah, at Gift of Legacy and me personally, it's not just about money. Yes, it's about living, loving, giving, and inspiring. So, it's a gifting activity, creating abundance. And as we go along, we pray and we hope that this presentation colors your world. Now, if you're on this call, I can guarantee that you were invited by someone who cares about you, someone who thinks the world of you, someone that couldn't just stop and keep it to themselves. They had to get you on this call. So welcome once again to our Gift of Legacy presentation. Just a little introduction as we go along. Gift of Legacy, as I mentioned, it's a gifting activity with an incredible algorithm built in so that everyone can ride on the boards of abundance. And you're probably asking, what are these boards of abundance? And Angela is going to share with you as we go along what the boards of abundance are. So are you ready? Let's go. Let's go, Angela. Let's show them what has been changing millions of lives. So this is a book that I have read, and if we can agree, the past 2.5 years has been tough. Some of us have lost jobs. Some of us have even lost our homes. I was speaking to a lady from the US, and she said to me that, Reagan, I need $10,000 just to live in my home. And that is rent that I need to back pay. So we can agree that it has been tough. So there's a guy that mentioned, as you can read there, at the Cultural Forum in China in 2014, and said, either we will join together for an ecological civilization in the next few years, or we'll become extinct. And I know people on this call, we winners, we go-getters. There's a song that I played before this call, and it said, I'm in it to win it. And what am I in? I'm in this life to win. I'm in this program to win. Everything I do is to win. So do yourself a favor and get hold of this book. And I'll guarantee you that it will change your consciousness. That's why it's called conscious evolution. So a little disclaimer. This presentation is for information sharing only and is not to be construed as financial advice. Neither the presenters, myself, or our superstar Angela, or Chris, or any of the presenters, Candace, or financial advisors or tax advisors. The information given is only intended to give examples of what a participant may expect. Who is it for? I personally believe it's for everyone. I personally believe it's for those of you who believe in sowing and reaping, as I do, or, give, you shall receive, or blessing someone that you don't even know. We all love it. No matter where we go, where we travel. We were in Cape Town last week and the week before, and we got to bless so many people. But this is one that stands out for me. Do you want to take control of your life? Do you want to wake up when you want to wake up? Do you want to go and help people wherever you want to help people? Do you want to sleep whenever you want to sleep? Do you want to be part of any support team and say, I'm going to help people. I'm going to take control of my life and nobody's going to tell me where or what to do? Or do you believe in helping others to succeed? You know, one day someone told me, if you want to succeed, help someone else succeed. And if you said yes to any of the above, we're ready to get started. A global gifting activity. No limitations of borders, and now with members in over 30 countries and growing. We say 30 countries, but I think today I heard it's close on 50 or more than 50. Okay, we uplifting, as Angela's saying there, more. We are a global community. We uplifting communities and yourself, creating abundance and self-development. Many people ask, why self-development? Because I personally believe that breakthroughs a door that can only be opened from the inside. And once you unlock that door and open it from the inside, you start to see things brighter on the outside. Sacred economics. Financial gifting has been used around the world for centuries. In Africa, it's the Ubuntu culture. That's communities helping each other. It traces back to the history of money from ancient gifting economies. Now it's 100% legal and off the mainstream system for decades. Bless millions. Don't you get excited when you hear that you part of a program or you part of a community that keeps blessing people? Now, I see it every single day. I see it every single day. And it excites me. It makes me want to join again because it's sharing wealth into the hands of many. Millions of dollars get shared globally among people annually, monthly, weekly, and even daily. We're giving hope, education, and blessing people into abundance globally. As I mentioned, we're in over 50 countries, decentralized. Now, there's no company, no institution, no broker or trader. It's just an interactive website managing the movement of the boards in this gifting community. All you need is a computer or a smartphone, an internet connection. WhatsApp and Telegram is essential because that's how we communicate in Gift of Legacy. It's peer-to-peer, person-to-person. Gifts get paid directly to you in your account. No third party controlling any money, no tokens on a platform, and it's 100% risk-free. Perpetual. Now, this is a word you're going to hear, and Angela will go into depth. She'll go in depth with this word perpetual. But what does it mean? It's ongoing, it's nonstop, and it's passive. Don't we just love that word passive? Passive income. You get to travel the world. You get, as I said, you get to take control of your life, and you still get a passive stream of income. It's perpetual gifting and receiving over and over for generations to come. That's where that word legacy comes in. Gift of Legacy, or GL, as we like to call it, is more than just a gifting activity. We help each other grow and succeed while supporting each other and uplifting one another. Isn't that what community is all about? And we love to say that when we gift from the heart. And when we share this with love. And you get to guide your team, you get to build an amazing team, and then you become the legend. And you get to build that legacy, not for yourself, but for your family and for some people that you don't even know. We're a community with the same goal. And maybe you're asking, Reeds, what is that goal? We want to change lives. And how do we want to change lives? We want to change it for the better. And that is what excites each and every one of us in this community. We are building amazing friendships and amazing community, changing lives together.
Yes, indeed we are. So I know thank you, Reeves, for giving us a beautiful feel of who this community is and gifting activities. I remember when I joined this community over a year ago, firstly, I didn't know anything about gifting communities. I'd never heard of them before. I kind of thought it sounded like some sort of alternative. I just thought it was a kind of a small hippie sort of thing that, there's a small minority doing. I didn't realize that billions of dollars move around globally between gifting activities. And when I was introduced to our precursor, there were a few options that I had to look at. Well, the joy of Gift of Legacy is that it is, as you say, all automated. We've got this incredible algorithm. And so, yes, there's no middleman. This is not a company. It's not a business. But there is a system that is helping us to gift. And it's as simple as that. I remember when I saw this for the first time, not even the first time, I had already gone through a bronze board and a $400 board. And I was still going, oh my gosh, I'm not sure if this is legal. It's because I come from a world where you work hard for your money. And I also didn't feel like I deserved just to receive money from random people that I hadn't met before. Well, so much has changed for me in the last year in terms of my relationship with money, my relationship with giving and receiving, and my trust in this beautiful community, because I've seen it playing out in my own life. So let's get into the nuts and bolts of how you get started, how it works, how the boards work, and then Reeves will pick it up again a bit later. So to be part of Gift of Legacy, you gift $100, and that $100 literally goes to another person in the community, to the legend on the board that you land on. It is the one and only time you will ever take money out of your own pocket. As I show you the boards and I show you we move from one board to the next and we advance, just remember that you're not ever going to get a surprise and say, now you suddenly need to pay a platform fee. There is no platform fee at all. 100% of all the gifts that we give are given directly to someone else in the community, gifting into their dreams. I remember gifting one of our community in Thailand, and Carl, who might be on the call tonight, and he replied to me, and his reply to me was, thank you so much for contributing to my dreams. And I was so touched by that because, that's not the kind of world that I come from. So yes, purely peer-to-peer, and 100% goes directly to the person that you're gifting. So you never lose anything. You're gifting into someone's dreams. And how we do that is you'll get hold of the legend on the board, which I'm about to show you. I'll use Reeves as an example because he's here and I can, he's the face that I can see right now. So if I land on the board, well, when I land on Reeves's platinum board, and he's the legend, I will be messaging him saying, hi, Reeves, I am gifter number whatever on your platinum board. Where can I send your $5,000? That's so exciting. And he will say, well, there are various methods we use: Airtime, Wise, World Remit, Revolut, bank transfer, PayPal, crypto. We are constantly looking at ways that are easiest because our community is actually, I think it was 79 at last count today, in 79 countries around the world. And because there's no middleman, you don't get paid on a certain date of the month. It's not like we keep the money and then we pay it out to you. The minute you land on a board, on a Legends board, you gift them. So, we're looking at new ways and different ways of how to do that. I have said to Reagan and to some of the presenters team, when any of them are gifting me $5,000, I would like them to meet me at the coffee shop with a suitcase full of cash. So yeah, that's how they'll be sending me my $5,000 gifts. Anyway, so I hope you get the message in terms of that. There's no middleman, peer-to-peer, and let's have a look at how this works. So you can focus on the orange circle. That's going to represent your journey. I'm going to take you through the boards of abundance, as we call them now, showing you how you gift as a legend, how you're going to share this gift of legacy with like-minded people who will do the same. I'm going to talk you through the $100, $400, $1,600, and $5,000 boards, and how you move from gifter to builder to guide to legend on each of the boards. And on your journey, the first time through the boards, as you make your way through and you're advancing yourself to each bigger board, how on that journey you will get gifts of $42,700. That is a staggering amount when you look at the $100 that you gifted to be part of this community. I think it's like a 501% return on the gift that you initially put in. How does it get better than that? Well, once you're in that perpetual journey, which I will share that word perpetual with you a bit more, and you're just cycling over and over and over again, your gifts will always total $49,700 US. That is a mathematical certainty. And I'm going to show you how that works. But I want to prefix this with saying, there is no one who earns more than anyone else in Gift of Legacy or less. When you're on a $100 board, you all gift $100 and you will all receive 8 times $100 from the 8 gifters. So we all receive the same amount. On every one of the boards, the 400 board, we all gift 400. We all receive 3,200. It is the same on every single. This is not like in a business where there's people sitting at the top, earning more, earning a percentage. We are all equal in this beautiful, beautiful system. So let's have a look at what that looks like. I'm going to start with a bronze board because that's your entry board. It's the board where we build. It's where we get to know everyone else on the board, where we get to understand Gift of Legacy a little bit better. So I'm going to take a bit of time to take you through this board. And then I will scoot through the silver, gold, and platinum boards in a little bit with a bit more pace so that we can get to some other things after this. But they all work exactly the same, except for on the bronze board, you gift $100. And this is where you're going to invite your 2 like-minded, like-hearted friends or family to join you on your journey. This is the only time you need to do that. Once you advance to the higher boards, or at least I shouldn't really call them higher, they just are bigger in value. You don't need to invite more and more people. When you see this, when you understand it, you will be like Reagan, who speaks to 2 people a day, because you can't keep quiet, because it's changing your life. It's changing our lives, and there's so many people who need this. So let's have a look at this bronze board. You enter with $100, and when you exit, you're going to exit with $800. So a bronze board, this is exactly how it looked as we launched. As you see now, our beautiful theme of Color Our World is filtering into everything, and our developers have created a beautiful, bright, colorful back end, but it works exactly the same. You will join the board as a gifter. You'll bring $100, and that $100 goes directly to the legend on the board. This is your receiving position. This is where we're all moving towards. And at the same time, 7 other people will also join the board as they are invited by the builders or the guides, whoever that might be. Someone who is personally invited them will arrive on the board. Once all 8 gifters are in, and the name says it, you're gifting the legend. The legend will confirm that he or she has received the last gift. And at that moment, the board split off and you move to the builder position. As simple as that. Now, you've already gifted. This is where it would be best practice to build. Now, this is not MLM. So there are various things that can move around. Your people you may not always see them in the exact structure underneath you, because our boards cross-pollinate and there's some stuff. They will always follow you. But in order for them to stay close to you, this is best practice to, as a builder, invite your 2 invitees. So when you get to builder, by now you should kind of know a little bit more about Gift of Legacy, unless, of course, you like some people in this community who the boards are moving so quickly, you're landing in legend and you still don't know what, you're still, kind of catching your footing. But builder is where you want to invite your 2, the 2 people you want to journey with. Remember, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme, and it's not a fly-by-night. This community has been around since 2009, and we we have no intention of slowing down or stopping. In fact, since we launched our new platform 6 weeks ago, we have grown from being 7,900 people who moved across to, I think the count is actually over 30,000 now, but at last check on 1 month, it was 25,000 people. So that we are moving into that exponential growth place. People are joining us. So yeah, this is the place where you want to bring in your gifters. All the builders are going to bring in their gifters. When all the gifters are in again, all 8 of them have again gifted the new legend on the board. The legend's going to confirm that last gift. The board's going to split off and you move to the guide position. I love being in the guide position almost as much as I love being in the legend position, because it's like you know there's just one more spin to go and you're in the legend position. You should by now have invited your two gifters. You've been through the building position, and now as a guide, it's your responsibility, your role to help those builders to invite their two people, because the way this grows and builds, like any community, is by inviting. This is only 2 people. And I think that was the thing that made me the most nervous when I was invited. I was like, oh, I don't want to be in one of those things where I keep phoning people and then they check their phone and it's that person again. And what does she want this time? And what is she trying to sell us this time? There's nothing to sell here. And you only need to have 2 friends join you. So as the guide, you're going to help your invitees to get their invitees by bringing them to presentations or whatever it is. There are various ways that we do that, training that we use to do that. So once the 8 builders or the 4 builders bring in their 8 gifters again, each one of them gifting the new legend on the board, last gift gets confirmed, the legend clicks the button and you land in the legend position. Oh, this is the best spot. I know there's so many of you on here right now smiling and bouncing around with joy, because you've all by now 6 weeks in, not all of you, but many of you have gotten to legend position. This is where it's your turn to enjoy, to receive. And so you will, as the builders bring in their 8 gifters again, each one of those 8 are going to send you $100. So 3 spins, you're the legend. You've already received back your $100 that you gifted to someone else, times 8. So that's going to be the same on all the boards. The only thing that's going to happen differently is that the value of the board is different. So here, 8 people are gifting you $100. On the next board, 8 people will gift you $400. And then we move up and up. So I'm going to take you through that now. But let's have a look at what happens, because being a legend is not just about receiving. You are now getting to the position where you are able to advance to the next board, which is the $400 silver board. But at the same time, you have the opportunity, if you have your 2 people in, your 2 invitees joining you on your journey, where now you are able to move into the perpetual cycle. So let's have a look at what happens. You get your $800 in gifts. And like I said, you only ever use $100 when you join this community per profile. So you're going to hold back $400 of the $800 that you receive to advance yourself to the silver board. At the same time, and this is part of what makes this not a pyramid scheme, you are now going to move back down to a gifter position on a new $100 board, except this time it is a perpetual board. You're going to, again, go into the gifter position, gift the legend on that board, but you don't have to invite 2 more people at this point. Now you are in the perpetual cycle. Your first bronze board is where you do the work, where you put in the effort and you build as a team, a whole team on the board to help each other. It's not just about you and your 2. You want to make sure that everyone on the board is taken care of. Well, if you do that, you will spin through the boards much faster than if you try and do it on your own. So $800, you hold back $400 to advance to the silver. You're going to use $100 to go into the perpetual cycle, and you're going to keep $300 in your pocket. Here's the other cool thing about the perpetual cycle that I'm going to show you now, is that once you're in that perpetual cycle, you never have to advance yourself to another board, because now you just want to just sit there and go in and out, gift and receive, gift and receive. So every single time, you don't need to use $400 again to advance yourself. Instead, once you've received the legend position, you will keep $700 because you only ever need to keep one gift to re-enter and re-enter and re-enter. So that's what perpetual looks like. Over and over again to infinity and beyond, you will use one gift. And now this is going to be the same for the next boards that I show you. You're going to use on your first round something to advance yourself, and then one gift to re-enter. Once you don't have to advance yourself anymore, you're going to be on each of these levels and you're just going to re-enter with one gift every single time. How does it get better than that? Not even half your gifts, one gift out of the 8. I love it. All right, so let's have a look at the silver board because that gets super exciting. Ooh, it's juicy to receive the $400 gift. I love it. So you enter with $400. On this board, you're exiting with $3,200 US. And why? Because there are 8 gifters, each gifting you $400. Now, you're going to take that $3,200, the same as you've done on the first round on the $100 board. You're going to hold back this time $1,600 to advance yourself to the gold board. And you're going to use $400 to enter the perpetual silver cycle. So the first time round, you're keeping $1,200 in your pocket. But have a look at this. Once you're on the gold board, and now you're just cycling to infinity and beyond on the perpetual board, every single time you will keep $2,800 US because you only need one gift to re-enter a board. Then let's have a look at the gold board. You entered with $1,600. Let me remind you again, you're using gifts that you received. You're never taking this money out of your own pocket. Now's where you get that ridiculous gift of legacy grin that you see too many people with. Not too many. I mean, it's just, we can't wait. We celebrate every single time one of you reaches a legend position, no matter which board it is. But on this board, you're exiting with $12,800, and that starts becoming a game changer in any currency. That is because the 8 gifters are each gifting you $1,600. So you receive $12,800, and you're going to use $5,000 this time. For the last board, our platinum board, I can see Reeves is smiling right there. He's just gifted someone $5,000. How does it get better? And you're also going to hold back $1,600 so that you can enter the perpetual gold cycle. That means on your first round, you're keeping $6,200. But look at what happens every other round. You keep $11,200. So it's only your first time through while you're advancing through that you need to use some of your gifts. And that will happen over and over again. Your position, when we say to infinity and beyond, it's because these boards, you are able to will them, right? You are able to actually leave this in your will to your family, to your friends, to whoever that might be. And they can just continue on and on. As long as we are faithful in gifting and receiving, and then re-entering and gifting and receiving, gifting and receiving. That's what we're doing here. Okay, let's have a look at this super exciting board. $5,000 to enter, $40,000 when you exit. Once you're a legend, you receive $40,000. And because this is the last board that we have, this is perpetual in its nature. So you will always have received 40,000 and you're only ever going to hold back 5,000, one gift you're going to hold back to re-enter every single time. And you keep 35,000 US dollars in your pocket. Pull out your calculator and put that in your currency and see how that can really not only change your life and your financial reality, but you can really start making a difference in the world around you. So the perpetual cycle there, just as a reminder, over and over and over again, $35,000 every single time. And again, the only time that this will stop for you is if you choose, and you can choose, to no longer continue on. What that means is you just stop moving on the boards. You don't gift back in. I don't know who would choose to do that, but no one is locked in. You're not contracted into us and bound to this for life. We hope you stay for life. We certainly are here for the long haul, but that's your choice, because this is not a business. It's free. We are gifting to one another. So let's recap that. You're going to gift $100 You're going to share with 2 like-minded people who will do the same on your first round through 42,700. That's the same for all of us. And all of us will achieve the same thing if we just follow the principles. Once you're on the perpetual boards, every time you cycle through, you receive 49,700 over and over again. As a reminder, you don't necessarily get 49,700 in one day. Remember, you will be on all 4 boards, and as people join the boards as gifters, you will get a gift or more gifts. So sometimes you'll arrive on a board and you will receive a gift today, and maybe there's another gift 2 days later, maybe it's a week later. Sometimes you'll arrive on a board and within hours, the board is full. So it just depends on how it is flowing. And that's what makes it really exciting and unique and beautiful. Reegs is going to take us through some guidelines again, so I can have a sip of water.
Thank you so much for that, Angela. You know, I remember when I first joined the gifting community, it was about a year ago. And I spoke to so many close friends because that's the first people you want to talk about. You're super excited. I mean, Chris introduced me to the gifting community. I think we joined the same day. But those people that I spoke to didn't believe in me. They said, this won't work, you name it. And I said, okay, but don't you believe in me? They gave a story. And a year later, those same people are contacting me. Yes, I speak to 2 people every day, but most of those people I also spoke to a year ago. And I realized something when Chris spoke to me is that, wait a minute, I got to get involved in this. It's going to move with or without me. And I got to get on board. And look where I am a year later, sharing this with you. So you and I know that in life, there's no secret to success. I love to say it, that there is a system to success, or there's guidelines that you need to follow on your journey towards success, okay? So remember that there's a system to every single thing that you'll do. Now, let me share our system or the activity guidelines with you. In order to advance, I'm going to read it for you slowly because for me, this is very important. In order to advance from the bronze board to the rest of the boards, you're required to invite 2 people to join. Now, yes, I speak to 2 people each and every day, and that is a promise that I have made to me. And yes, sometimes 2 people join, sometimes more join, sometimes nobody joins in that day, okay? If you do not follow this guideline or the system, you'll not be able to advance to the silver board. You saw the excitement that Angela had when she spoke about that board, because she is there and she's gifted, she's received gift, and I'm sure there's so many of you on this call. You'll also not have access to that perpetual board. I love to call the perpetual board your journey to passive income, that passive residual income. You know, that income where you wake up whenever you want to wake up, you go on holiday whenever you want to go on holiday. Now, the perpetual board that Angela mentioned, to activate that perpetual board or that passive residual income board, you need to follow these guidelines. You need to follow the system that applies to the first cycle. When you become a legend on the board and the 8 gifters have been confirmed, you will then be able to access that perpetual board. This allows you to become a gifter again on a board with the same value as the one you just finished, as well as become a legend of the board again. So you will always journey from a gifter all the way to the legend, and then from a gifter all the way to the legend. This cycle can be repeated perpetually. Now remember, you do not require more people once you advance. And the only money you ever took out of your pocket was your unconditional gift of $100 gifted to the legend on your board. You're probably asking now, this is amazing. I love the way Angela spoke about it and shared the boards, but why gift of legacy? What makes gift of legacy unique? For me personally, you got to remember that I joined the gifting community a year ago. I am still in the gifting community, and every single day there are new improvements on gift of legacy. And that still excites me. Today, I can't stop talking about it. But why gift of legacy? Let me answer that for you. It's user-friendly. You'll have a unique personal profile, which is informative and easy to use, and everything you need to succeed will be at your fingertips. as Angela mentioned, as I meant, we are all, as Candace mentions and Chris, we are always improving that website to make it even more user-friendly. And sometimes that may slow down, but with that slowdown comes a burst of excitement and a burst of movement the next day. There's a fail-safe system. Gift of Legacy has various methods that we will discuss in its algorithm that keeps the boards moving. That innovative algorithm, this groundbreaking algorithm, takes care of the new participants while rewarding the existing participants. Now, I want to let you know something. The algorithm is there and it's working, but you still got to do your part. I don't just sit back and look at my cell phone and say, now the algorithm's going to work my cell phone. No, I pick up that mobile phone and I get my fingers working. It does what it needs to do, and I do what I need to do. Now, cross-pollination. As you saw when you got onto the score, we have people in, what was it, Angela, 79 countries. Now, imagine if you get onto a board and you are chatting to people from Finland, George from Spain, you get to chat to people from the US. Now, all the perpetual boards activate in a global pool, and you get to chat with all these people. I mean, we are planning a trip to the US sometime. Why? Because we have people in our community, participants from the US, and they have invited us over to the US. We are a global community, as I mentioned. So remember, please be kind to one another. We are building a community of love. We say, color your world. We don't color our world with miscommunication, and we don't color our world with negativity. We have patience and understanding for cultural differences and methods of communication. That is very important. Now, remember, we're not limited to two. I made a promise to myself that I will speak and share this with 2 people every day. There's someone I know in the community that shares it with 8 people every day. Now, each profile must have a minimum of 2 invitees in order to progress through the boards, although there is no limit to the amount of people you can invite to Gift of Legacy. Okay, we have a support team. Now, the support team are volunteers, and most of us of the presenters are part of the support team. Why? Because we get to help the community. Nobody pays us for this. Remember, Gift of Legacy is not a company. So we're not working for anyone. We do this from the goodness of our hearts, because that is how we're going to grow as a community. As you can see, it's available on our giftoflegacyglobal.com website. There's a live chat that will answer all your questions you may have pertaining to Gift of Legacy. Now, remember, I mentioned the algorithm, I mentioned the fail-safe system, and I mentioned there are multiple strategies we use. We have a fast track system. Now, GL has multiple strategies to assist you move ahead faster. Some people, I love to say it, like a drive-through breakthrough. They want to do things fast. They want to get to the front faster. There is an in-depth explanation on a training video there. Let's have a look at that fast track, color your world fast. Now, I'll just rush through it. Okay, so when you join Gift of Legacy, your profile will have 2 people that you will invite into Gift of Legacy. When you add another 2 participants, your silver board unlocks. So it fast tracks from any position when you add another 2. Okay, now, when you add another 2, that will be 6 participants on your specific profile. The gold board unlocks. Okay, when you add another 2, now that is 8 participants that you have invited on your profile. The platinum board unlocks, and we love to call it the fast track system. Now, that is one of the strategies that we have in Gift of Legacy. Okay, this is very important, very, very important. Angela, why don't you take us through this one, my sister?
Yeah. So I think one of the main things is that it's really important to share this with like-minded, like-hearted people, because for a number of reasons. A, it protects the community. As many of you will see today, as this community grows and we get bigger, there are a lot of scamsters that are popping on the board, trying to come in and take advantage. If you invite people that you know, then that's kind of solves that. If you are promoting on social media or putting it out there in a way that's, you just don't know anyone that you're bringing onto the boards with you, unless you're really going to take care of them, you don't know who they are. So keep in mind that everyone you invite affects the entire community. So make sure that you treat this as a sacred space, and so that we also keep it so that we can continue on for years and years and years to come. No space filling. So everyone who's on the board needs to duplicate the system, and that is, you put people on. You don't just put space. Don't just go, oh my gosh, I need to have 2 people. I'm just going to put my dog's profile there, and you have a position for Rex, and then because you're going to have to find 2 people for Rex if you do that. Don't space fill. Just invite quality, even if it takes you a little bit of time. Be the messenger and not the message. So, when you first join, we've all made this mistake, and we try and explain this. It's very difficult to explain until you've experienced it, until you've kind of been around for a little bit. So invite your invitees to the Zoom. Rather just say, like when I joined, I didn't know anything. I got sent a link, and I said to 2 of my friends, I'm like, this looks, it was our precursor, but I'm like, oh my gosh, this is probably going to be dodge. 2 of my friends, don't you just want to come along with me? I mean, it's $100. Like, let's just, that was my attitude. And, we all kind of came in together. I didn't go in trying to say there's this amazing thing where you're going to make a whole lot of money, because then it makes it sound like some kind of a get rich quick scheme of sort. And we know that because of that's happening, we have been investigated, and we are, about the FCSA, and that's been amazing, because they have given us a tick to say you are not a pyramid, you are not a Ponzi. And Reagan was in that meeting with them, and we're waiting for that newsletter to come out. But don't try and sell this up. You don't need to sell it up. It does that for itself. It is what it is. We're a gifting community. That's all that it is. We really recommend you come to at least 3 Zooms a week, because what you put in is what you put out. Reeks likes to use the explanation of, if you go to the gym, you take out a gym membership, it ain't going to give you a 6-pack. You need to show up at the gym. So the more you kind of show up, the more you invite people to the Zooms, it's like keeping a log in a fire. If you take the log out, it's very hard to keep that log warm. So hop onto the Zooms. They're different presenters. Cans and Chris are often on a Monday. Petra and Tim are on a Wednesday. Valissa and
Sandy.
Tandy's on the Thursdays. Trying to remember, I can't remember. Is it Chris and them on Friday? We're busy introducing new presenters all the time. So come and see other people. My voice might irritate you. I might irritate you. Don't let that put you off a gift of legacy. You don't have to decide tonight. Come and have another look and see if it's same message, different presenters. Follow the AIDA step-by-step system. If you're interested, please speak to the person who invited you about this. And for those of you who are new, come to Saturday training. Our Telegram group has over 12,000 people, but Saturday trainings, there's a couple of hundred. So we really need to get onto that training. I know many of you follow it on YouTube or later, but plug into the community, and that's really going to set you in a good space. Please understand, of course, with anything, there's no guarantees. As I said, what you put in is what you will get out, but there is a system to success, as Reed says. So if you just follow those, gift you $100, bring 2 people, you will all get to the same place. It's not like special favors for anyone in particular. It does remain your own responsibility to ensure tax compliance in your country. Be responsible citizens and do whatever it is that you need to do. That's your responsibility. But please also note that there's no third-party affiliation here. So if someone is approaching you to say, you want to join Gift of Legacy, you can join and it's going to cost you $10 or $30, or we've got this thing that's happening on the side here, or we've got another way, however many people to a position, whatever that might be, that is not Gift of Legacy. It is like working through a middleman. Be careful of doing that, because we cannot guarantee the results of whatever that looks like. So always know, $100, that gift gets given directly to the legend on the board. Unless someone is helping you, like you're helping your gran or whatever, and you're going to bring in the people, that's different. Working with people is different, but you don't need to go through a third party. Okay. Zooms, we've got English, Afrikaans, there's trainings, there's German, there's Spanish, there's the Asian, Finnish, Italian, Portuguese, French. I mean, there's in Arabic, like there are so many presentations happening in, I think it was the 79 countries that we are in as of last count. I just double checked with CANS. So to stay plugged in, please join our official groups. Gift of Legacy official group on Telegram. That's where there's over 12,000. If it gets too much, Nandis gave us a great testimonial last night. And as he said, if it's overwhelming, just go and check the pinned messages for the important stuff. I would recommend as well joining the Gift of Legacy official info group, because that's only information. No one's chatting on there. And then definitely join the Gift of Legacy testimonials group. That is where you hear the stories, not from us. We've got our success stories and we'll share them on there too. But for people all the way along, people on the $100 board, they get their first $100 gift. I cried when I got my first $100 gift from Granny Sylvia. Like I couldn't believe that I would just be given a gift, you know. So that's where the stories are told. And that's where you can invite your invitees to see that as well. It's a great space to be. There we go. Spagnolo, Italiano, Dutch, that's all happening. So there are lots of places to make sure that you have everything that you need to succeed in this beautiful community. So we've got a testimonial. We've got a couple of minutes left, and Reeves, I'm going to hand over to you for this.
Man, Robbie, I just want to welcome you here tonight. You know, this guy that is going to speak now, I have lots of respect for this guy. You know, talk about a warrior. When I say a warrior, I'm not talking about a guy who worries. I'm talking about a soldier, a guy that can soldier on. And Robbie, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence and for taking this time to share your story. And we want to let you know we appreciate you, my brother. I'm going to ask you to unmute.
Hi, Reagan. Hi,
Robbie,
guys. Can you?
Hi, Robbie.
Yes.
We can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, Reagan, Angela, for this opportunity. First, you know, you guys are unbelievable. The support that I'm getting from you guys, Angela, always come back to me when I make contact with you. But my story is, I don't want to take long. My wife, just before her 2 years working for this company, we do everything together. We did everything together, myself and my wife. We end up working for the security company, you know. My wife was a controller, I'm a guard controller. And before she could finish 2 years, my wife got a stroke. And it was like knocking the wind out of me. So in the 7th of February, my wife passed on. Okay, it is hard to say that word, but I must tell you guys, my wife believed in Gift of Legacy. She was so excited about Gift of Legacy. We had plans. She couldn't wait to finish the 4th board. She couldn't wait to do that. And the thing is, we need to stick together. We need to, people, please, if anything happened in your family, anything in your family, let us know. Let us be there to cry with you, to grieve with you. You know, so you see this program, you know, I'm actually nervous. I feel like Chris the first time when he had to present, you know. So yeah, let us grieve with you guys. So if anyone out there, let us build this legacy in their memory. For those that is not with us anymore, let us build it for them. Let us do it for them. Because my wife believed in this opportunity. Until the last, even when she was laying there, she couldn't move, but she was involved. That is how my wife was 100% good, people. If you don't do it for yourself, do it in the memory of those that is not with us anymore. Do it for those that is going to be left behind. We don't know if it's our time, but this opportunity is working. This opportunity, I will not give up for anything or anyone. I will not give up this opportunity because my wife didn't give up. With the last breath, she didn't give up. So my good people, I know I sound like someone that is calling, that is my way, you know, but don't give up on this opportunity. You know, keep this flag up of gift of legacy. We as a family must stick together. We must build that relationship. Reagan, thank you for that phone call. Even it was like 2 days after, but I know how busy you guys are, you know. Thank you for that phone call. You know, that shows me this opportunity is not only for this business, for this opportunity, a gifting program, but they show me that this opportunity is also a family, you know, that's close-knit. So thank you so much, team Gift of Legacy. Thank you so much for that support, that moral support, you know. Thank you so much. All right.
Thank you, Robbie. And our hearts are with you. And thank you for sharing while this is still so raw for you. And I want you to know that we will celebrate you through every single board. We are your cheerleaders. We love you and we are here for you. We are here for you. And yeah, we just love you so much.
And we'll celebrate your wife and we'll celebrate the amazing person that she is and how she stood, just like how you're standing for Gift of Legacy. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Robbie.
Reeves, I want to just add on to that, you know, Robbie, you touch our hearts so much. You know, when we, and many of you will see, like myself and Cans and Petra and Chris and Reeves and Melissa, we'd all gone down to Cape Town to meet the community a few weeks ago. I think a lot of people, someone said to me the other day, oh, that's so nice. Does Gift of Legacy fly you around? No, because there's no business. We literally, each one of us, and grateful because we are receiving gifts, so we're able to come and meet you all. But we just, there's a call out, like Hercules is like, who wants to come down for this? Can we come? And we're like, yes, we're coming. We all book our own tickets. We all spend our own money. We all find our own accommodation. And we go down as a family because we want to meet you all and we want to be, that's just how we are. So please know that, you know.
Can I also add, in the last few days, she was singing that song, I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. And she was showing how she was flying, you know. She believed that she's going to get out of the sickness. And she believed that we are going to be successful in Gift of Legacy. I must let you know that. I have to let you know. Because she believed we are going to fly. You know?
Yes.
You know,
yes.
You know?
Thank you, Ron.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right, family. We're all sending you our love. We're all just sending love to you and your family from around the world. And we are here with you. Community, Cans and Chris, I don't know if you want to add anything. We've just gone 2 minutes past the hour and I know we don't want to keep you long.
I just want to say, you know, Chris is actually sitting here with me and, you know, when Robbie is speaking, I can see, you know, from Chris's face that anytime you need assistance from us, you know what I'm talking about, Robbie. You know where to you know where to call. Okay, my brother. God bless you. And I think Chris is coming to say something to you here.
Hey, Robbie, thank you for opening your heart to an entire community. It's not easy to speak to nearly 200 people. We've probably got about 400 people on YouTube, and that takes a lot of courage doing what you did. And you know what? I honor you, and heart is with you. And we just a phone call away. That's what we're here for. We are just an amazing community. You know what? The boards and the money is one thing. We need money to live, make no mistake. But this is more than just money. This is about relationships that are so strong it'll never get broken. And this is my family, and you're part of the family. Love you, my brother.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes.
I really appreciate the offer, even if it's moral support. Thank you so much. And for the people, for everyone that is part of Gift of Legacy, this is an example. These guys are real personalities, Gift of Legacy personalities. You must take note, these guys are not here to make jokes. They are really here to be a family for those who need that moral support and that assistance. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Yes. All right,
So,
family. So good to have you
Thank
here.
you.
Those of you here for the first time, thank you for spending this time with us. Come back and be blessed. We hope that you will all be blessed so that you can be a blessing. Such an honor to be with you tonight. Thank you all.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Tsunami of love. Thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you, Rebecca. Love you so much.
Thanks, Reagan.
Okay, cheers, brother.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye from Manila.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Family.
Bye. See. Bye. Yes.
Bye, people. Bye, family.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, family. Bye.
Bye. Bye.